Hello, and welcome back to Talk About It in English. If you are new here, this is the channel where we help you talk about your real life in clear, natural English. We do not just teach you grammar rules that you will forget tomorrow. We build the English you actually need to survive and thrive in daily conversations. I am Sarah.
And I am Mark. It is great to have you with us. Today, we are tackling one of the most common and honestly, one of the most stressful questions you will ever face in English. It is the question everyone asks when you meet them for the first time. So, what do you do?
It sounds like such a simple question, right? But for so many learners, the answer is the same every time. They say, I am an engineer, or I am a teacher, or I am a student. And then, silence. The conversation just stops. It dies right there. Mark, have you noticed this?
Absolutely. It is what we call the title trap. You give someone your job title and you think you have answered the question. But actually, a job title is just a label. It doesn't tell me who you are, what your day looks like, or what you are passionate about. If you say, I am an accountant, I might think, okay, he likes numbers. But I don't know if you work alone, if you manage a huge team, or if you are stressed out about a big project.
Exactly. And because you only gave a label, I don't know what to ask you next. The conversation hits a wall. But today, we are going to fix that. We are going to help you move beyond the simple label. We are going to give you 3 specific sentence patterns that will help you explain what you actually do all day.
By the end of this episode, you will be able to describe your daily tasks, talk about the exciting projects you are working on right now, and explain the size and importance of your role. You will sound like a professional, not just a textbook.
Before we jump into the first pattern, I want to ask you to do something for yourself. If you are serious about speaking better English this year, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We take a new topic every week. Your health, your money, your travel plans, and we give you the exact words to talk about it. So click that button so you don't miss the next lesson. All right, Mark, let's start with the first problem, the I am pattern.
Right. Most beginners learn to use the verb to be. I am a doctor. She is a lawyer. This is grammatically correct, but it is static. It is like a statue. It sits there and does nothing. To make your English come alive, you need to switch to action verbs.
This is our first pattern today, the daily action switch. Instead of saying who you are, say what you do. We want to replace I am with I plus a strong verb. Let's look at a very common job, customer service. Mark, how does the beginner say it?
The beginner says, I am a customer service representative.
Okay, it is accurate, but it's a mouthful and it's a bit dry. Now let's use the daily action switch. We need a verb that describes the main action of that job. A great verb here is handle, H-A-N-D-L-E. To handle means to take care of, to manage, or to deal with a situation. So how would we change that sentence?
Instead of saying, I am a customer service representative, you could say, I handle customer complaints and questions.
Listen to the difference there. I handle customer complaints. Suddenly, I see you in action. I can imagine you on the phone, solving problems, calming people down. It sounds active. It sounds like you are in control. Let's try another one. What about a generic office job? Maybe someone who works in logistics or administration.
The beginner might say, I am an administrator. Again, fine, but boring. Let's look for a verb. If your job involves making sure things go to the right place or events happen at the right time, a great verb is organize.
Yes, organize is a powerful verb. So you could say, I organize international shipments for a clothing company, or I organize the monthly training sessions for our staff.
That is so much better. I organize international shipments. It gives me a picture of your day. I can see the boxes, the planes, the schedules. It invites a question too. I might ask, oh, which countries do you ship to? See, the conversation continues.
Let's do one more verb for this pattern, because it is very useful for anyone in a creative or technical field. The verb is develop. This is perfect if you make things, build things, or create new ideas.
So if you are a software engineer, don't just say, I am a programmer. Say, I develop mobile apps for banks. Or if you are in marketing, don't just say, I am in marketing. Say, I develop social media strategies for small businesses.
I love that word, strategies. It sounds very professional. Let's practice this right now. I want you to listen to Mark, and then I want you to repeat the phrase exactly as he says it. Focus on the verb. Make the verb strong. Mark, let's give them the 3 examples.
Okay, listen and repeat after me. I handle customer complaints.
Go ahead, say it out loud. I handle customer complaints.
Next one, I organize international shipments.
Keep the rhythm smooth. I organize international shipments.
And the last one, I develop mobile apps.
Nice and clear. I develop mobile apps. Excellent. Now, I want you to think about your own job. What is the one main action you do every day? Do you teach? Do you fix? Do you sell? Do you write? Try to make a sentence right now in your head, starting with I and that verb.
While you were thinking about that, let's move to the second pattern. The first pattern was about your general routine, what you do every day. But sometimes you want to sound exciting. You want to sound busy and important. You want to talk about what is happening right now.
This is what we call the right now hook. In grammar terms, this is the present continuous tense. I am doing. We use this to talk about temporary projects or current focuses. This is the secret weapon for boring jobs.
That is true. Even if your daily job is a bit repetitive, you usually have one special thing happening this week or this month. Using the present continuous highlights that special thing. It creates urgency. It makes you sound dynamic.
The formula here is simple. Currently, I am working on plus a project. Or right now, we are launching plus a product. Let's look at an example. Imagine you're an accountant. We already said that simply saying I am an accountant can be a conversation killer. Mark, how do we spice this up with the right now hook?
Well, an accountant might have a busy time of year like tax season. So he could say, I am an accountant, and right now I am preparing the end-of-year financial reports for a big client.
See how that changes the energy? Right now, I am preparing the reports. It tells me that you are busy, you are focused, and this is a critical moment in your work. It makes me respect your time.
Let's try a creative job. Imagine a graphic designer. The general action might be, I design websites, but the right now hook makes it specific.
She could say, currently, I am designing a new logo for a coffee shop chain.
I like that. Currently, I am designing a new logo. It makes the listener want to see it. They might ask, oh, what style is the logo? Or which coffee shop is it? You are giving them hooks to catch on to. That is why we call it the hook.
There is another great verb variation for this pattern. If you are part of a team introducing something new to the market, you can use the word launching, L-A-U-N-C-H-I-N-G, launching. This is a very exciting business word. It means to start or release something big.
You hear this a lot in tech and sales. Right now, we are launching a new software update. Or, currently, we are launching a summer clothing line. It sounds very proactive. It sounds like things are happening fast.
Let's practice the right now hook. I want you to pay attention to the word currently. It's a great way to start the sentence because it signals to the listener that you are about to share news. Mark, let's give them some practice sentences.
All right, we'll do 2 variations. Listen closely. Currently, I am working on a big project.
Repeat that. Focus on the ing sound, working. Currently, I am working on a big project.
Now let's try the specific one. Right now, we are launching a new product.
Try that one. Right now, we are launching a new product.
Great. And remember, you can use this even if you are a student. If someone asks, what do? You can say, I am a student and currently I am studying for my final exams. Or, currently I am writing my thesis on history. It works for everyone.
That is such a good point. Never feel like your job isn't important enough for these structures. These structures are tools to make any role sound professional. Now, we have covered the daily action, and we have covered the right now hook. But there is one more layer we need to add.
We need to talk about scale. Scale means how big, how many, or how much responsibility you have. This is where you really build authority. We call this pattern the scope qualifier.
This is vital because 2 people can have the same job title but very different responsibilities. A manager at a small cafe and a manager at a huge factory are both managers, but their days are totally different. To communicate this, we use numbers and specific propositions.
The most common phrase here is responsible for. I am responsible for, and then you add the scope. For example, I am responsible for the sales team. But let's make it stronger with a number. I am responsible for a sales team of 20 people.
That number, 20 people, changes everything. It tells me you have leadership skills, you deal with people problems, and you have a lot of responsibility. If you just said, I am a sales manager, I wouldn't know if you manage one person or 100.
Another great phrase for scope is in charge of. It means the same as responsible for, but it feels a little more direct. I am in charge of the marketing budget. Again, let's add a number or a detail. I am in charge of the marketing budget for the whole region.
Or even, I am in charge of the training program for new employees. That tells me you are a teacher and a leader. Let's talk about prepositions for a second, Mark, because this is where a lot of learners make small mistakes. After responsible, we always use for, responsible for. After in charge, we always use of, in charge of.
That is a crucial detail. You cannot say, I am responsible of. It sounds wrong to a native speaker. It must be responsible for. And you cannot say in charge for, it is in charge of. These little glue words hold your professional image together.
Let's look at one more phrase for scope, specifically for people who work with clients or partners. The phrase is work with. Simple, right? But we want to qualify it. Who do you work with?
Instead of saying, I work with people, which is very vague, be specific. I work with high net worth clients. Or, I work with patients recovering from surgery. Or, I work with local suppliers.
See how the detail paints the picture? If you say, I work with patients recovering from surgery, I immediately understand that your job requires patience, medical knowledge, and empathy. I understand your world.
Let's do a quick shadowing session on the scope qualifier. We will focus on those prepositions. Watch out for responsible for and in charge of. Here we go.
Listen and repeat. I am responsible for a team of 10 people.
Make sure you get the preposition right. I am responsible for a team of 10 people.
Next one. I am in charge of the monthly budget.
Say it with confidence. I am in charge of the monthly budget.
And the last one. I work with international clients.
One more time. I work with international clients.
Fantastic. Now we have 3 powerful pieces of the puzzle. We have the daily action switch, the right now hook, and the scope qualifier. But you do not just use them one by one. The real magic happens when you weave them together into a full introduction.
This is the full package. When someone asks, so tell me about yourself, what do? You can combine these sentences to give a complete professional answer. You don't have to use all 3 every single time, but combining 2 of them makes you sound fluent.
Let's role play this. Mark, I am going to give you a persona. I want you to be, let's say, an IT specialist, but I want you to give me the full package answer using the patterns we just learned. So Mark, what do you do?
Well, I am an IT specialist. I handle the network security for our main office. Currently, I am working on upgrading our firewall system to prevent cyber attacks. It is a big job because I am responsible for the data of over 500 employees.
Wow, did you hear that? That was beautiful. Let's break it down. First, he used the label, just to set the context. I am an IT specialist. That's okay as a start, but immediately he switched to the action. I handle network security. Then he gave us the hook. Currently, I am working on upgrading the firewall. And he finished with the scope. I am responsible for the data of over 500 employees.
It flows naturally, doesn't it? It feels like a story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And notice I didn't use complicated words. Handle, working on, responsible for. These are B1 level words, but used in a C1 level structure.
Let's try another persona. This time, let's do something in the service industry. Maybe a manager at a hotel. I will try this one.
Go for it. Sarah, what do you do?
I work at the Grand Hotel downtown. I oversee the front desk team and ensure every guest has a smooth check-in. Right now, we are preparing for the summer tourist season, so it's very busy. I am in charge of training all the new summer staff.
That was excellent. You used oversee, which is a great synonym for handle or manage. You used preparing for as your right now hook, and you used in charge of for your scope. I feel like I know exactly what your job is.
And notice I didn't just say I am a hotel manager. That would have been boring. By adding the details about the summer season and training new staff, I gave Mark so many things to talk about. He could ask about the tourists, he could ask about the training, or he could ask about the hotel.
Exactly. You are feeding the conversation. You are being generous. When you give short answers, you're being stingy. You are keeping the information to yourself. When you use these patterns, you are giving the other person a gift, the gift of a topic.
Now I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, but Sarah, Mark, my job is boring. I don't have a team. I don't have a project. Listen to me. Every job involves action. Every job has tasks. Even if you're not launching a global product, you are doing something.
Let's say you are a truck driver. You might think I just drive. No, you can say I transport goods across the country. Currently, I am driving a new route through the mountains. I am responsible for delivering fresh food to supermarkets on time.
That sounds heroic. I transport goods. I am responsible for fresh food. It dignifies your work. It shows that you understand your value. And that is really what English fluency is about. It is not just about grammar. It is about confidence. It is about how you present yourself to the world.
So here's your challenge. We want you to build your own full package introduction. We're going to go through the 3 steps one last time, and I want you to mentally fill in the blanks for your life.
Step 1. The action. Do not just say your title. Choose a verb. Do you handle problems? Do you design solutions? Do you teach students? Do you build houses? Pick your verb.
Step 2. The hook. What is happening this week? What is on your desk right now? Are you preparing for a meeting? Are you writing a report? Are you fixing a specific machine? Use the phrase, currently I am working on.
Step 3. The scope. Who relies on you? How many people? How much money? How many products? Use the phrase, I am responsible for, or I work with.
Once you have those 3 sentences, you have your script. You don't need to memorize a long speech. You just need these 3 anchor points.
And here is a pro tip. Practice this in the mirror. I know it sounds silly, but looking at yourself and saying these sentences out loud helps your brain connect the English words to your actual identity. You need to get used to hearing yourself sound professional.
Also, pay attention to your intonation. When you say, I am an accountant, your voice usually goes down at the end. It sounds like a period. I am an accountant. Done.
But when you use these patterns, try to keep your energy up. I handle international accounts. I am working on a big merger. Let your voice show interest. If you sound bored by your own job, the listener will be bored too.
That is so true. English is a stress-timed language. We emphasize the important words, so emphasize the verbs, emphasize the nouns. I design websites. I manage a team. Punch those words.
Before we wrap up, I want to address one specific group of people, the students and the job seekers. If you do not have a job right now, you might feel like you can't use these patterns, but you absolutely can.
If you are looking for a job, you can use the present continuous to describe your search. Instead of saying, I am unemployed, which sounds a bit negative, say, I have a background in sales, and currently I am looking for new opportunities in the tech sector.
That is brilliant. I have a background in is your past scope. Currently I am looking for is your right now hook. It sounds very proactive.
Or if you are a student, like we mentioned before, I am a business student. I am studying marketing strategies. I am responsible for organizing the student union events. You see, you can always find a way to use the daily action, the hook, and the scope.
The key is to stop thinking of work English as something separate from real life English. Work is a huge part of your life. You spend 8 hours a day there. You should be able to talk about it as naturally as you talk about your weekend or your family.
And remember, nobody expects you to be perfect. If you make a small grammar mistake, it is okay. If you say, I am responsible of instead of for by accident, people will still understand you. But if you try to use these patterns, even with mistakes, you will sound 10 times better than if you just say, I am a title.
Progress, not perfection. That is our motto. We want you to feel good about opening your mouth and speaking.
We have covered a lot today. We talked about replacing to be with strong verbs like handle, organize, and develop. We talked about using the present continuous for your current projects. And we talked about adding numbers and people to show your scope.
Now we have a little homework assignment for you. And don't worry, it's the fun kind of homework. We want you to introduce yourself in the comment section below, but you are not allowed to just say your job title.
That is the rule. You are not allowed to just write, I am a driver or I am a nurse. You have to use at least one of the patterns from today's video. Write a sentence about what you handle, or write a sentence about what you are working on right now.
We read every single comment, and we'll be down there giving you feedback and corrections. It is a safe place to practice. So pause the video after we finish, scroll down, and tell us, what do you actually do?
And if you found this video helpful, if you feel a little bit more ready for your next English conversation, please give us a like. It helps the channel grow, and it helps us find more learners like you.
Also, if you know a friend or a colleague who is struggling with their English at work, maybe they are great at their job but shy in meetings, send them this video. It might be exactly what they need to boost their confidence.
We have got so many more topics coming up. We are going to talk about how to describe your personality, how to tell funny stories about your past, and how to disagree politely. You do not want to miss those.
So make sure you are subscribed and have the notification bell turned on. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Remember, your life is interesting. Your work is valuable. You just need the right words to share it.
Keep practicing, keep talking, and we will see you in the next episode of Talk About It in English.
Bye for now.
See you later.